Hi everyone, we're back and we're going to declare war on the XT-489 Eliminators, which are a species or race of determined exterminators. So I've had wars with them before. Well, they declared war on me and I beat them. We can see they have a equivalent fleet power, equivalent technology, but inferior economy, which is not surprising because they basically can't do trade deals with anyone. They do, however, have 12 colonies, and I think it's a good time to attack them before they get any stronger. They're not a threat to me at the moment, but they could be a threat later down the track, so I'm going to attack them. So, as you can see, we've got a hostile AI attitude. We have terrible relations, negative 2,200. And this allows us to declare war. We do not need any claims, which is a good thing. I've complained about claims before, that you need a lot of influence in order to wage any meaningful wars. With exterminators, you don't need to do any claims. So let's do it. Declare war. End threat. Containment. Yes. So what kind of fleets am I running at the moment? You can see I've got one of 4,700 and one of 3,600. I'm building another one over here, mainly as a guard, since I had a war with the Hegemony of Riga not so long ago, and I took over a couple of their systems. However, my main fleets were over here, and we can have a look at Ship Designer. So, Ship Designer, you can see we've got disruptors, and they're looking pretty cool with plus 100 shield penetration and plus 100 armor penetration. I like them. Certainly, if we compare a small disruptor to a small UV laser, 1 to 18 damage versus 10 to 27. So yes, less damage on the disruptor. Accuracy is 100, tracking 60. Accuracy is 90, tracking 50, almost the same. Range is only 40 for the laser, and range is 30 for the disruptor. Average damage is 1.55, and average damage is 3.61. So I wouldn't equip the whole ship with disruptors. I think it's good to have a mix of weapons. That's certainly something to look at. If we look at the corvettes, I've got them pretty much running a barrier point defense and some lasers. Up until recently they were running all lasers, so I think the AI must have auto-upgraded them. If we look at our picket ship, no surprises. Barrier point defense. If we go back to the corvettes, I usually have them without any point defense and just lasers, but anyway, war's been declared, it's a bit late now. If we look at my cruisers, I've got them with a mix of railguns and lasers. So you can see the railguns are better against shields but worse against armor, whereas the lasers are worse against shields and better against armor. Pretty comparable damage, 9.56 to 9.09. So again, I think it's good to have a combination of railguns and laser. I have a couple of cruisers, not a lot, but a few. And I've got them with lasers and armored torpedoes. I am quite a big fan of torpedoes. I think if you have a couple of cruisers shooting off torpedoes, you can take down an enemy capital ship or an enemy space station very quickly. I've also got some missiles in there. As you know, with missiles, they function slightly different to torpedoes. The damage is about half, however they are quite fast, whereas the torpedoes are slower, but they do more damage. And that's our fleet at the moment. So we're going to send our forces over to go attack the Eliminators. Okay, so let's see what our combined army of Albanian soldiers and robotic lancers can do. The exterminators are tough, but we have sheer numbers. Continental world, certainly a planet which I would like to take over for my own species. And we've just got to be careful with the transport fleets that they don't get caught by a hostile fleet. And as mentioned, the XT-489 Eliminators are an exterminator species, so we don't have claims, but we do have here achieve war goals, and it's going to take a lot, and threat minus 1,000. It's going to take us a long time to win this war. However, since I have quite significant superiority, it should be okay. However, you can see they have a big fleet here, 3,088, 4,300. I think we're going to have to combine our two fleets to take them on, which we will do so very soon. So as you can see, the Eliminator fleet has jumped in 4,300, and it's bad timing on their part because not just one but two of my fleets are here, and we've caught them. You can see the battles are still beautiful in Stellaris, especially if you have a decent computer. And one of my admirals, Kesh Naladar, has developed new skills. And he is now a trickster. So he was cautious, which gives you extra range. He's now a trickster as well, which reduces your emergency FTL damage and increases the chance of being able to disengage. So that's pretty cool. In the meantime, I have taken over a planet of theirs. Oh no, I'm about to. Oh, they're under attack. So as you recall, there were two fleets. One of them I just took care of, and the other one came around the side and came into Asmore. But my fleet is taking care of them. And you can see they've dropped some debris. Let's see if there's a... Yes, here there's a science vessel which we can send in to research the debris. And in the meantime, we will take over Extron. So, yeah, I think it's a good time to repair the fleet. And if we come over here, you can see that the achieve war goals is now at 1,000. Sorry, minus 1,000. So you can see an alien federation has just been formed, the Vag-Oros and the Tuaxildar trading coalition. This is not really good news because the Tuaxildar are quite big and powerful. And if you combine them with the Vag-Oros, who are right on my doorstep, I happen to have a friendly relationship with them, as you can see, but I don't really need the two of them going into a federation together. However, I could try to join the federation, which I think I'll try to do so once I'm finished with the Eliminators here. And I would like to try to get the Hegemony of Riga to be my vassal. That would be quite fun. I've weakened them through a series of wars, and I have supported their rebels, and the rebels are actually my vassals too. So that is the next sort of long-term step, but it's always something you need to be aware of whenever you see this form federation. You really have to be careful, because that can be good, it can also be quite bad, especially if they're civilizations that you're enemies with. So it's certainly something to keep an eye on. In the meantime, I am still fighting the Eliminators. Okay, so here you can see they've declared war on us. Great. Just when we're at war with the Eliminators. So that's sort of to be expected. The AI, I'm playing at captain level, so the AI is fairly smart. Certainly not as tough as Admiral, but the AI will often declare war on you when you're at war with someone else, which is why I built this 5th expeditionary fleet, more as a defense, and I'm sure the Hegemony of Riga is going to attack me very soon. Great timing. Well, that's war, isn't it? Okay, so let's continue.